Asaveri, can we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hi. I-
Hello.
Hello everyone. नमस्कार. मी डॉक्टर दीप्ती लेले. आजच्या या सायबर कट्टा या सेशनमध्ये सगळ्यांचं सहर्ष स्वागत. सायबर कट्टा हे ओपन आणि फ्री प्लॅटफॉर्म आहे, की जिथे म्हणजे महिन्यातून 2 रविवार आपण एक्सपर्ट सायबरशी रिलेटेड एक्सपर्ट्सला बोलवतो आणि त्यांच्याबरोबर गप्पा मारतो, त्यांच्याबरोबर डिस्कशन्स करतो आणि त्याच्यानंतर तुमच्या मनात काही प्रश्न असतील, तर तुम्ही नक्की विचारू शकता. बेसिकली सायबर कट्टा ही एक थॉट प्रोसेस आहे आणि दिस इज फॉर एव्हरीवन, फॉर अ कॉमन पीपल अँड समथिंग रिटर्न टू अवर सोसायटी, यू नो. आणि कीर्ती ट्रेनिंग अँड कन्सल्टन्सी ची मी ओनर आहे आणि आम्ही गेले 5 वर्ष सायबर अवेअरनेस सेशन्स घेतोय वेगवेगळ्या स्कूल्समध्ये, कॉलेजेसमध्ये, कॉर्पोरेट्समध्ये आणि बँक्समध्ये सुद्धा. अ, या 5 वर्षाच्या प्रवासात आम्ही जवळजवळ 15 मॉड्यूल्स तयार केलेली आहेत, ज्याच्यात आम्ही मुलांसाठी म्हणजे टीनेजर्ससाठी आणि कॉलेज लेव्हलसाठी नर्चरिंग ई जनरेशन अँड सायबर पाठशाला अशी सेशन्स घेतो. नंतर फॉर स्पाउस म्हणजे नवरा बायकोंसाठी सायबर स्पाउसिंग ही एक नवीन कॉन्सेप्ट आहे आणि ही आम्ही घेतो. या फॉर आय टी कंपनीज दिस इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. त्याच्यानंतर आम्ही कॉमन पीपलसाठी किंवा यू यू कॅन से अडल्टसाठी आणि जे सिनियर सिटीजन्स आहेत त्यांच्यासाठी रिस्पॉन्सिबल नेटिझन असं आम्ही एक मॉड्यूल बनवलेलं आहे. त्याच्यानंतर रिस्पॉन्सिबल एम्प्लॉईज हे सेशन सध्या खूप इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. ते आम्ही वेगवेगळ्या मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग युनिट्समध्ये सुरू केलेलं आहे. त्याच्यानंतर खूप बिल्डर्सकडे पण हे सेशन खूप चालू आहे. त्याच्यानंतर आम्ही आत्ताच फ्रेशर्ससाठी किंवा जे प्रोफेशनमध्ये आहेत, दे आर नॉट फ्रॉम लॉ बॅकग्राऊंड बट दे वुड लाइक टू लर्न समथिंग अबाउट लॉ. त्यांच्यासाठी सर्टिफिकेशन कोर्स इन सायबर लॉ हा आम्ही नुकताच इंट्रोड्यूस केलाय. मुंबईचं व्हीपीएम कॉलेज जे आहे ठाण्याचं, तर त्यांच्याबरोबर आता वी हॅव डन दिस फर्स्ट सर्टिफिकेशन कोर्स अँड इट वॉज व्हेरी मच सक्सेसफुल. सेकंड सर्टिफिकेशन कोर्स आमचा जानेवारीत आहे. तो जर इफ एनीवन इज इंटरेस्टेड मी तुम्हाला नक्की सांगेन. तर असं आमचं कीर्ती ट्रेनिंग अँड कन्सल्टन्सीचं मेन व्हिजन आहे रिस्पॉन्सिबल नेटिझन अँड सायबर सेफ इंडिया. तर त्याच्यासाठी आम्ही हे काम करतो आहे. पुणे पोलिसांबरोबर पण मी 2 वर्षापूर्वी त्यांच्याबरोबर काम केलं होतं. वी फाईट सीसी सायबर क्राईम नावाचं त्यांचं एक प्रोजेक्ट होतं. त्याच्यात मी ट्रेनर म्हणून काम केलेलं होतं. सो हे आहे सायबर कट्टा आणि कीर्ती ट्रेनिंग अँड कन्सल्टन्सी बद्दल. लेट्स मूव्ह अहेड. मधुरा, अ,
Yes, ma'am.
अ, पुढची सूत्र तुझ्या हातात देते. प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस अवर टुडेज experts, two speakers, Asavri ma'am and Shweta ma'am, please.
हॅलो मॅम, थँक यू सो मच. मी मधुरा लेले, सगळ्यांना माझी ओळख करून देते. सॉरी, माझा कॅमेराचा थोडासा प्रॉब्लेम होतोय, नाही तर मी तो ऑन केला असता. पण सॉरी त्याच्यासाठी. मी आता आपल्याकडे आज 2 एक्सपर्ट्स आहेत, आसावरी नातू मॅडम आणि श्वेता गादिया मॅडम. तर आसावरी नातू मॅडमची मी आधी ओळख करून देते. Asavari Nathu, ma'am, has done a master's in banking and postgraduate diploma in financial services. Asavari ma'am has been deeply involved in the financial field for last 20 years. She started Neojak Financial Services in 2009 with the aim of fulfilling all financial needs to corporates and families. Through her firm Neojak, she provides customized insurance solutions to companies from the top insurance in India. आता मी श्वेता मॅमची ओळख करून देते. श्वेता गादिया
Madura.
मॅम. येस. इज एनीवन कॉलिंग माय नेम? Yeah. Fine. Okay. So Shweta ma'am is an ACII from UK and from India and MBA Finance. She has been working with insurance industry since last 11 years with an experience of 5.5 years with HDFC Argo. Before that, she was with Tata She is currently manager in liability insurance in HDFC Argo General Insurance Company Limited. I welcome you both of you, ma'am. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor from you, hearing from you. So I hand over to Asawari, ma'am.
Thank you for the introduction, Madhura.
Yes.
So as we all know, today's topic is going to be basically how to insure yourself and your business from the cyber threats that have been looming over all of us. Especially since the COVID situation, the lockdown that has happened, cyber attacks and the type of cyber attacks that are happening has gone up, exponentially high. And then there are so many different types of threats that are there. Nowadays, if you see, the society is transforming digitally. There are so many different internet enabled devices and processes. You have smart homes, you have smart devices, everything is moving on into the digital processes. That is why what is happening is the type of hackers that are there, the type of attacks that happen, that keeps changing. And as businesses, we also need to keep evolving and growing with this. There have been a lot of recent high-profile cyber attacks, which Shweta will cover later in her case studies, and also the kind of losses that happen because of the cyber attacks has been growing quite a bit. Earlier, a few years back, the kind of losses that were coming due to cyber attacks were not so high. But now that is a big threat, and it can actually cause you to lose business in such a way that it might be a huge setback for the business. The damage that comes is not only financial, or it is also physical, because all your uh, uh, devices are actually connected online, and the damage that comes can happen to your not only to your goodwill and your data, but also to your device. So as a result of this, cyber protection is one of the highest agendas for a lot of businesses and companies, whether it is a large company or a small company, or even for a individual. Can we move on to the next slide? Ashweta, I think you have the, yes, and you, maybe we can go into the PPT mode. Thank you. So what is happening is, because cyber risk is one of the top risks, and it is also nowadays one of the most sought after policies or insurances, but also one of the least understood insurances in the market right now. Because as I said, this is an ever evolving, ever changing field. There are so many things that we need to keep up with. Most of the population, almost 50% of the population, according to the latest statistics, is now online and connected to the internet. Almost 1 million people every day are joining the internet each day, and this is a new set of people who know nothing, not to not click on the wrong links, to not do the wrong things. So this essentially means that about 2/3 of humanity now owns a mobile device and is online and connected to the connected to each other in some or the other way. So what happens is, this is like, the fourth industrial revolution is here. We are in the fourth industrial revolution, which is basically uh, it is a blurring of boundaries between physical, digital, and biological worlds. Tomorrow, if you want to use a 3D printer, it can be used anywhere from, printing a skin for someone who needs a skin replacement or a skin graft, or to printing a gun if you want one. So because of this, artificial intelligence, robotics, the Internet of Things, 3D printing, genetic engineering, quantum computing, there are so many technologies which the fourth industrial revolution has brought about. And there are so many products and services that are fast becoming indispensable to modern life. Tomorrow, if you don't want to use your GPS system, you don't want to disclose your location, it is probably not possible, because the GPS system that is there in your phone, in your car, makes your life so easy. कुठेही जायचं असेल तर इमिजिएटली आपण लोकेशन ऑन करून जीपीएस ला कनेक्ट करतो. व्हॉइस ऍक्टिव्हेटेड व्हर्च्युअल असिस्टंट्स असतात, ऍपल, सिरी, you have Google, you have personalized Netflix recommendations, so many things which are actually connecting to various devices and sharing your data everywhere. So this is basically the next wave of IR technologies, which will dramatically reshape economies, societies, and in turn, your business. Next slide. Yes. So, ह्या सगळ्याचा अर्थ काय आहे? We are again back to, our local markets. What is the scenario in India due to all this? There are about 12.3 billion mobile applications downloaded in India in 2018 itself. This is 2 years back. The latest data will be totally different because in the lockdown and COVID situation, so many people have gone online just because it was essential to stay connected. Digital payments, of course, who doesn't here have, konakade GPay nahi hai ka? Just share quickly in the chat if you're using any of the online digital payment platforms quickly. That will help us to know, ki digital payments is again a part of our life, which we cannot now get away from. It is something that helps cyber attackers quite a bit. Social media networks are being used, and that is also growing exponentially. And there were 47.5 billion national e-transactions recorded in 2019. That is just a year back. So from here, I will hand over to Shweta to take on to the next part of the presentation. Shweta, would you like to take over?
Yeah, thank you, Asawri, and thank you, Madhura ji, for introduction. Like Asawri ma'am said about why and how the world is connected to the mobile network, I will just brief you about the solution. So while definitely we can't stop the digitalization, we can't, I mean, today our life is almost impossible without the mobile phone. So it's practically impossible for everybody to stop this, but it's very much possible to some or the other way they transfer this risk. So every technology has its pros and cons. So how do we avoid the cons? Suppose we are owning the mobile, then how do we secure those mobile? We all are today working for the organization and we are using their data. So we are in some or the other way, we are responsible for those data. So I would just focus on one of the area wherein we can mitigate our risk, and this is the cyber insurance. How we can take the cyber insurance, what all it covers, what kind of claims we are seeing. I have been working with Argo since last 6 years, and I had written a lot of banks and IT and manufacturing, and I can just give you few examples which kind of claims we are seeing. So triggers of cyber incidents. If you will see, we at times try and understand that why the cyber attacks are happening and why. So recently there was an article that in India every 11 seconds there will be a one cyber activity. So when we say cyber activity, it means that hackers will try and get into your system, whether they are successful, not successful, whether you have firewall which protects, but they are trying every 11 seconds to launch a cyber attack. How it happens? Paper, it's just 5% of it. So paper, we have not really any risk from a paper. Human error, 20%. We can think what exactly is human error is. Employees working on a drive, he keep it open. You don't log out your Google, you don't log out your Paytm. Anything could be human error. Then a rogue employee. Suppose we see there are a lot of organization, people are working there even for many years, and they at times turn a rogue employee, and they at times turns it into dissatisfactions and some kind of they have some kind of a grudges against the organization. They can launch a cyber attack, and if you will see, it's 13%. So after the hackers trying to get into your system is 28%, and just below is 13%, wherein your own employee can harm you for cyber activities and cyber incidents. Software error can also be lost, stolen devices. So many of even I myself lost once my mobile in a cab. I have tried getting it recovered, but I couldn't do it. And it's a very practical situation. Basically, people forget their mobile phones in a flight, in a cab, in a bus, or anywhere. I mean, and it's a very a genuine situation. You couldn't remember and you forgot, and your company's VPN was connected to it. Now if somebody gets it, if the hackers get into the mobile, if they are successfully log into your VPN, practically your company's entire server is exposed to that, because of a single device, because of a single mistake. You forgot your laptop in a Uber or a Ola. Now Uber, Ola, I don't know what do they do, but if somebody, the next person who got into that Uber, Ola, can take away the laptop and can get into the entire company's database. So I mean, we can see that how vulnerable it is. Then suppose somebody has got into your system, it's fine. Somebody got into a mobile and then he got connected to your company's devices. Now what is the at stake? Operations. If he launches a cyber attack, your company's operations can go haywire. It's finance. He can transfer the money. Customer retention. He can get your customers data and he can put this customers data on a dark web. So these days we are keep seeing. So there is one article which has recently come up, right from Big Basket to Religare to there is some few more. Their data has been stolen by the hackers and it has put it on a dark web. So those data you can easily access from the dark web. So legal engagements. So suppose if it's a bank, if it's an IT company, if it's a telecom company, then these even you are more vulnerable, even you are more answerable to the relevant authorities. If you are a bank, then you have to face the RBI issues. If you are an insurance company, IRDA can anytime come and catch us. Why did you not save the data in a proper manner? Yeah, how could you? I mean, how could you be irresponsible? The data goes out. And once corporates indulge into a regulatory, it's a never ending issue. And yeah, so Europe may 2 years back there was a GDPR which came into a law wherein if you are storing Europe citizens data, Europeans data, for processing those data, and suppose it comes into public, then you 2% of annual turnover can be a fine. So, and it was like 2 years ago this law came into public. As of now, British Airways got fined, Marriott Hotel got fined, and yesterday also I'm forgetting the name, but there is one more company who got fined of a GDPR. So, and there is a news. I mean, there is a similar law which is also had been tabled in a parliament. Anytime soon, it can become a law. So I would not be surprised if in coming days or coming months, cyber becomes a compulsory for a corporates. That if you are saving the data, if you are taking the confidential data for your use, then you have to be responsible for it. Business partner supply relations, yes, every industry, none of the industry can work on their own. Industry will have their suppliers, their raw material suppliers, their vendors whom they are dealing day in day out. If their data gets into public, you are at huge risk. Brand reputation, yes. So okay, all of you are from Pune, you must be knowing the Cosmos Bank attack. So that Cosmos Bank attack was so I mean so much into public that for few months people were not even wanted to go to a bank or wanted to open an account or do, because once the name is into a public, then it will have a consequences of losing your brand value. Intellectual property, you may have some intellectual properties in your organization. So take an example, a current relevant example of COVID-19 vaccine. Whatever whichever firms are developing those vaccine will have an intellectual property. Tomorrow if these intellectual property are into a public, and then the firm can lose, I mean whatever research they have done, whatever IRPs they have, they can lose it at a minute. And whosoever has helped them getting this, they can also sue them. So it's a very, I mean if you will see, if we have some health related issue, it's only we are the one who is at stake. If somebody has some commercial general liability related issue, some bodily injury, property damage or third party, it's one issue. But if you will see the cyber, it's 360-degree risk to a organization. So everything, every other department, if your business get interrupted, every other department is at stake. Regulator comes into a picture. Your risk of public getting no, your risk of losing your own licenses, everything is at stake. Average cost of incident, so this data is slightly older. This data belongs to a 2017, but still it's a very eye opener. Whenever there is a single cyber attack is happening, the average cost of legal cost is $39,000, forensic is $231,000, which is significant. Average incident response expenses. Notification call center, of course, when, so forensic is something, the moment attack happens, first and foremost thing, whether how much data has been gone into public, what all system got breached, how the cyber attack has originated, To identify everything, you have to immediately hire a forensics, and forensics are the one who will be they are not easy, they are not cheap. It's a very expensive cost to the organization, more than at times. So we also have seen a few claims, as in I have been in the industry for 11 years. I have seen a lot of claims, and I've heard many claims organizations are facing, different organizations. Forensic is the foremost cost which any insurance, any organization which can count on. Notification call center, if the data is into public, अगर data आपका चला गया है, then you have to inform those clients, आपके clients को आपको inform करना पड़ेगा, then the notification call center expenses you will bear. Credit monitoring, so credit monitoring is something when the data gets into public, and then उसके बाद में you have to give some credit monitoring. So take an example that you have a account in HDFC Bank, and suppose your data gets into public, बैंक में कुछ अटैक हो जाता है अनफॉर्चुनेटली, आपका डेटा थर्ड पार्टी के पास में, थर्ड पार्टी डेटा पब्लिक हो जाता है. इन दैट केस बैंक विल आल्सो हैव टू गिव यू क्रेडिट मॉनिटरिंग सर्विसेज फॉर 6 months. व्हाट दिस सर्विस मीन्स कि अगर आप से फॉर एग्जांपल मंथली यू आर विड्रॉइंग 10,000, सडनली आपके अकाउंट से 50,000 विड्रॉ होते हैं, तो इमीडिएटली जो क्रेडिट मॉनिटरिंग फर्म है वो इन्फॉर्म करेगी बैंक को that look, generally this person spends or withdraw 10,000 in a month, suddenly 50,000 का transaction हुआ है. So credit monitoring cost itself per attack is $46,000. PR expenses, as and when we see the companies are getting hacked, उनको फिर नया advertisement करना पड़ता है that everything is okay, forensics have deployed, we have not lost our data, your data is intact, हम ये कर रहे हैं, इसको mitigate करने के लिए हमने इतना cyber security लगाया and all. So PR and crisis expenses are also significantly higher. Industry breakdown, again this data pertains to 2018, wherein healthcare was at most at 38%. Currently I can tell you healthcare and manufacturing, especially in India, would be around 48 to 50%, because every day you read any newspaper, it's the online, offline, wherever you will see, there will be 3 to 4 cyber attacks or cyber activities are happening. And initially when we used to go and meet the client to kind of educate them for their cyber exposure, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग क्लाइंट जनरली थिंक्स कि हमारा तो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेटअप है, वी आर नॉट द बैंक, हम कोई डेबिट कार्ड क्रेडिट कार्ड इन्फॉर्मेशन स्टोर नहीं कर रहे हैं, वी आर नॉट दी, हमारे पास कुछ आईपीज होता नहीं. बट सी लुक, लास्ट few even last month's Times newspaper, if you'll see any other business newspaper, you will find majority of the attack has happened in healthcare, manufacturing or any other consulting firm. So healthcare, of course, it's topmost, and being with this COVID scenario, wherein healthcare companies are collaborating with their foreign companies to import drugs, immediately there are cyber attacks. Technology companies, retail, education companies, financial institutions, travel, hospitality, all are companies on a cyber radar. Claims example, how claim comes. So I'll tell you, generally the phenomena is that okay, अगर कोई cyber attack होता है तो they will ask for a ransom. But what all they can ask, it's not just a ransom, how it will impact your business. So we will just take one case study, one small case study, and we will understand how this will impact. So and this is something, whatever I have written here, I mean it is either taken from the newspapers or information is already on a public domain. So private healthcare clinic was victim of a cyber attack. So the moment we think about healthcare clinic, the moment we think about hospital, the moment we think about any kind of lab, the kind of data they will have is your name, your what kind of disease you are treating, what kind of data you have on your system, what kind of medicines you are taking on a daily basis, and all are these data are critical. किसी को कोई वैसा disease है which that person doesn't want to be in public, and suppose tomorrow this data gets into public, the people can lose their job, their reputation, everything. So this private clinic was at radar of cyber hackers. Hackers got into the system and they asked for Bitcoin. So these days what generally happens is, instead of asking the simple money, these hackers are asking a Bitcoin. so that they can Bitcoin is acceptable worldwide and also they can easily get away with it. Of course that forensics has been deployed and everything, and then the person finally, the CEO said that we will not be paying ransom because it's not a good practice, and the data which got leaked is only the name and addresses, and that's how the CEO didn't pay. But tomorrow taken a step further wherein hackers have got into your name, address, your contact details, your disease details, your medication which you are on, and your mode of payment you are paying fees. If they get into it, then CEO has no option either to pay the ransom or ready to lose the data. And that's how the cyber insurance comes into picture. So the moment we have spoken about the ransom, does it get covered under cyber insurance? Yes. CEO has suppose now taken a hypothetical situation that CEO gets to know that there are critical data also there in the with the hackers, and critical data is their clients' data, what medication they are on, and what kind of transaction is taking place. That time CEO decides yes, they want to take they want to pay the ransom. Your cyber policy will respond to it, and by the time the time has gone into those back and forth and whether to pay the ransom, and that time hackers will also not decrypting your system, that time your business also gets interrupted. So you cannot take new clients, you cannot serve your existing clients, you cannot open your system, you cannot do your billing, you cannot account other money. So in all this procedure, by the time your company and your IT department and your forensic department decides to pay the ransom or decides to log in into the another disaster recovery side, you need to keep your system up and running. So while the cost of keeping your system up and running also gets covered under cyber policy, also the business interruption cost. So suppose last year your firm has incurred a gross profit of around 50 crore, and this year due to cyber attack आपकी फर्म ने 45 करोड़ ही किया, 5 करोड़ प्रोड्यूस नहीं हो पाया, बिलिंग नहीं हो पाई, कस्टमर लूज हुए, वट एवर. सो जो 5 करोड़ का लॉस आपको आ रहा है, दिस ऑल्सो गेट्स कवर्ड अंडर साइबर पॉलिसी. Now we'll take another case example of business interruption. So इसमें क्या हुआ है, the second example में food trucking company. So food and logistic, you know how logistic is the backbone of any country. It's not about India, it's about any country. फूड का सप्लाई नहीं हुआ, सुबह सुबह अगर आपको मिल्क नहीं आता है, लेटर ऑन सब्जियां नहीं आती है, आफ्टर दैट योर ग्रोसरी डजंट कम. सो अगर आपका लॉजिस्टिक ये हो जाता, सो you will agree when the even the stricter lockdown has happened, there was a leeway to the companies who are into logistic of essential services. So this logistic company got hit by the cyber criminal and asked for the ransom amount to decrypt the system. They did not. Again, the CEO, first and foremost thing, nobody wants to pay the ransom. The CEO also declined in this case. But by the time they have declined, hackers had got into the data, they didn't decrypt their system, and logistic company has to have a parallel operation, has to have the parallel things up and running. And in that case, the company Touchwood had a cyber insurance policy, and cyber insurance policy paid the claim. Impact of COVID-19. So these scenarios we were talking more about in general, that attack happens and all. In COVID-19 situation wherein everybody is working from home, it's about 8-9 odd months. Here the risk of getting attacks, it increases day by day. The reason being is if you are in office, you are using office server wherein it's a tight box securities, firewall is there, the standard equipments are getting used, a couple of devices are completely protected and all. The moment you use a common Wi-Fi, so common Wi-Fi meant is the moment everybody is using their house Wi-Fi, people are traveling, they are using the Wi-Fi of airport and the train and the bus stops and all. There you are much more vulnerable to the cyber attacks, because there in sitting in an office, if there is any cyber attack, your firewall could have still protected you, but now everybody is working from a different location, so that much more risk is exposed. You are much more exposed, or you are exposing much more your organization to it. The growth of e-commerce and an ever expanding online industry. So now you will see in last 9 months, none of us has visited any shopping gallery, or none of us must have visited in a mall or something. Everything is happening online. Every day there is some or the other parcels are coming. E-commerce companies are very much at cyber attackers radar. Many businesses have been forced to adopt online platform for their operations and to provide customer services. So not all of them even thought of this kind of a scenario wherein everybody has to have a work from home system. Either their organization is ready, even they don't have a disaster recovery plan, even they don't have a business continuity plan. They have no option but to let their employee either work from home or shut the system for some time. So as an HDFC Ergo, what the product we have designed, so it's not, the product is in the market for a good amount of years. It was there, it was introduced in 2013 or something year. So in 20, so around 7 years the product has been in the market, but in last 2 years we have seen 200% growth in selling the cyber policy. The reason being is initially client was not much more aware. People used to think like generally even if we talk about India में insurance लोग खरीदते नहीं, आपको बेचना पड़ता है. It's not bought, it's being sold. So this is a very common scenario as far as insurance is concerned. सो हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस लोग ले लेते हैं कि भैया हेल्थ है तो तुमको डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस दिख रहा है. मोटर इंश्योरेंस ले लेते हैं बिकॉज गड्डी एवरीवन लव्स देयर व्हीकल, प्लस इट्स अ कंपलसरी. थर्ड पार्टी मोटर इंश्योरेंस इज कंपलसरी. Other insurance like crime insurance, commercial general liability insurance, cyber insurance is still it's being sold and not bought. But the last 2 years we have seen the rapidly the attacks are increasing. People are, corporates are coming forward, inquiries are coming, and then people are buying cyber insurance. So what does your cyber insurance covers? We have talked about the couple of case scenarios. Sauri ma'am spoken about the what kind of digitalization we are heading on. So what will, how the, so there are a lot of other measures you can protect your organization. You can keep maybe you can do risk analysis and you feel your organization is exposed to 100 crore cyber risk. You can keep that 100 crore aside. But this is not a practical situation because business needs money to carry on its operations. So combined benefit of cyber liability. So one of the option, one of the best option, what can be considered to curb the cyber attacks are cyber insurance for the organization. So it covers your combined benefit of first party and third party. So when we talk about first party, wherein your organization is suffering a loss. So suppose your business is interrupted, then you are not able to carry out the business. You have suffering that much of revenue loss, profit loss. Then your first party cost will trigger. You have to pay the ransom. Forensics will come into picture. It will all be your first party expenses. Then when we talk about third party means your organization is not suffering a loss, but third party is suffering a loss because of a cyber attack. So as in there is a cyber attack, third party's data gets into public और वो आके आपको claim कर रहे हैं, and definitely it's their genuine rights to claim, because कल को आपने किसी का डेटा, आपका डेबिट कार्ड, क्रेडिट कार्ड आप कोई बैंक में रख रहे हैं या आप किसी तरह का आईपी कहीं पे रख रहे हैं और उसके बाद वो वहां से पब्लिक हो जाता है, ब्रीच हो जाता है, देन वो डेबिट कार्ड, क्रेडिट कार्ड कितने लोगों के पास गया है, कितने ट्रांजेक्शन हो सकते हैं, आपका फाइनेंशियल, आई मीन इट विल गो फॉर एवरीथिंग विल गो फॉर अ टॉस. सो उसको बोलते हैं, या somebody wants to say something? Okay, I'm continuing. So in the third party scenario, wherein third party आपको sue करते हैं for their defense cost and damages as in suppose credit card का limit 5 लाख था, now they feel that मेरा 5 लाख जा सकता है because there is a cyber attack, then they can sue you for damages. So first your cyber policy will cover the first party expenses. Second, it will also cover the defense cost. If third party is suing you, कोई आपके against में suit file करता है in any court, then also our policy will protect you. There will be a lawyer's cost, there will be court attendance cost, there will be defending cost, वो भी insurance में cover होता है. Plus awards. Suppose your case goes on maybe for 2-3 years and then finally you get an award that yes, you were negligent in your conduct and you need to pay some certain sum of amount to the victim. So I'll give you an example. A very a well-known cyber attack has happened 2-3 years back, Hitachi. So Hitachi is the vendor who prints debit credit card to all major banks, SBI, HDFC, ICICI, could be many major banks are Hitachi's client. While printing, there was a cyber attack, and whatever clone, debit card, credit card data was getting printed for the customer, उनके सबके एक एक और बनते जा रहे थे हैकर्स के पास में. So suppose आज के दिन हिताची ने 500 कार्ड मैन्युफैक्चर किए, 500 कार्ड प्रिंट किए, तो 500 ही कार्ड दूसरी जगह पे भी हैकर्स को उनका क्लोन मिल गया, एंड दैट्स हाउ दे गेट इनटू अटैक. सो जो भी उन्होंने अटैक किया, बैंक्स केम फॉरवर्ड एंड ऑल ऑफ इट, बट दिस काइंड ऑफ अटैक्स डू हैपन. सो फर्स्ट पार्टी पॉलिसी कवर करेगी, आपका फॉरेंसिक कॉस्ट कवर करेगी, आपका बिजनेस इंटरप्शन करेगी, आपका ransom amount will get covered. Then your third party. So third party is something wherein third party is bringing a claim against you. So one आप क्या होता है कि okay. So I will take first party coverages में what all get covered. E-theft, e-communication. So e-theft, it means आपके पास कोई email आता है, fictitious email आता है, and then you act on the emails. You process the email. You do some kind of a processing, और आपके account से there is a transaction which happens. So a lot of time we see the email comes. You think it's your superior's email or it's your boss's email, and organization gets attacked. Actually वो email जो होता है, that email got spoofed, and you feel it's your finance department's email or it's your person who you know, and then you process the email thinking it's a genuine email, and you lost money. ये cover होता है. E-communication, again similar kind of email wherein you will be the sending a genuine email, but it gets main in the middle attack. और जो थर्ड पार्टी के पास आता है, आपके क्लाइंट के पास कुछ आपके साइड से जाता है, वो प्रोसेस कर देता है, and then later he realizes that you have it was not a genuine transaction, and you already lost money. E-threat, we have discussed enough. E-threat is nothing but a ransomware threat. E-vandalism, because of a cyber attack, आपका डेटा सारा निकल जाता है पब्लिक में, आपको सारा डेटा रीस्टोर करना पड़ेगा. You have to have the additional manpower who will be sitting and punching the data again back in the system. वो आपका cover होता है. E-business interruption. So e-business interruption is something like we have understood from the term logistic company, that while you are dealing with the hackers, back your business is suffering. You are not able to send many trucks to the road. You are not able to account. You are not able to manage your cash flows. That's how that business is getting interrupted, and whatever loss, revenue loss, or whatever profit loss is happening, वो आपका business interruption में आता है. Cyber liability. So the moment we say that liability is nothing but it's a third party. So whenever the term liability comes, it's about third party. That third party is coming into your system, or you are liable for the third party. So there are few things that I've explained. Cyber liability. So cyber liability is nothing but, like I said, कि अगर थर्ड पार्टी का डेटा भी आपके सिस्टम से चला जाता है, if third party is suing you for that, then it's called liability, and our policy will respond for defense cost, for damages which the person is claiming, and if it gets proven that yes, you were negligent, then our policy will respond. Apart from this, there is a privacy notification. Again, it's a third party and first party combined expenses. Tomorrow, if there is a cyber attack, third party's data goes out from your system. Now it's in the dark web, it's on cloud, anywhere this data is there, you are legally liable to inform those customers. So जब आपको उनको कस्टमर को नोटिफाई करना पड़ेगा, आप उनको फोन करके कर सकते हैं, आप उनको ईमेल डाल सकते हैं, आप कॉल सेंटर सेटअप कर सकते हैं. Whatever cost it comes also gets covered under your cyber policy. Crisis expenses. So क्या होता है? So whenever there is a cyber attack, the first and foremost thing will be forensics. But along with the forensic, अगर आपको और कोई expert भी लगता है who will help you out in estimating the loss. So ultimately insurance company claim pay कब करेगी? जब आपको पता चलेगा कि कितना expenses हुआ है. आप खुद से तो नहीं बता पाओगे कि मेरे को इतना expenses हो गया. You need to have the experts who will come on board and assess your quantum. तो ये भी आपकी साइबर पॉलिसी में कवर हुआ. रिवॉर्ड एक्सपेंसेस, कहीं पे साइबर अटैक होने वाला है एंड आपका कोई इन्फॉर्मेंट है आके आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन दे देता है, तो जो भी अगर आपको रिवॉर्ड वगैरह देना है, पॉलिसी उसको भी एडर करती है. So coverage we have spoken, disclosure liability, it means कि third party का data is there in your system, or if the data is into a cloud system. So many time it happens now, the outsourcing, every company wants to be outsource their data, because data को handle करने का cost is very high. So what you do is Amazon पे आप अपना data रखते हैं, cloud पे अपना data रखते हैं, but for a client you are the face. So suppose again take an example of HDFC Bank. I don't know where HDFC has kept my data. For me, tomorrow if there is an attack, I will be catching hold of HDFC. So अगर cloud पे Amazon पे भी attack होता है, उसके कारण आपके ऊपर liability आती है, that also policy will respond. Any kind of content which is there in your website which is derogatory. So if the hackers comes and puts anything, so take an example, a very good example of Maharashtra government. In Maharashtra government side, there was a derogatory comments has written, and the website got hacked, and it was something was written in the Chinese. एंड दो बार एक्चुअली अटैक हुआ है. एक बार चाइनीज में कुछ लिखा था, एक बार पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद का कुछ तो लिखा हो. सो व्हाट आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू से दैट अगर साइबर एक्टिविटी होती है, बहुत वेंडेटा के कारण भी होती है, तो दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स आर आल्सो कमिंग इनटू
वन साइड ऑडिओ झालंय तुझा, एकाच बाजूने चाललंय.
ऑडिओ ऑफ करायला पाहिजे दीप्ती.
तो अगर इस तरह की एक्टिविटी भी होती, कॉन्डुइट लाइबिलिटी भी आपकी पॉलिसी कवर होगी, जहां पे सारे सिस्टम इंटीग्रेटेड है. आपका सिस्टम है, आपके वेंडर के सिस्टम से कनेक्टेड है, आपका फायरवॉल उसने यूज करके वहां पे साइबर अटैक लॉन्च किया है, उन्होंने फॉरेंसिक कराया तो पता चलता है कि ये तो आपके यहाँ से ओरिजिनेट हुआ है, तो उसकी जो लाइबिलिटी आएगी वो भी आपकी पॉलिसी कवर करेगी. डिफेंस कॉस्ट कवर करेगी. वी हैव स्पोकन प्रायर नोटिस एक्सक्लूजन. आई विल एक्सप्लेन. क्लेम डेफिनेशन इंक्लूड एक्स्ट्राडिक्शन प्रोसीडिंग. सो एनी अगर क्लेम आ रहा है आपको एंड दैट द पर्सन हैज गॉन आउट, तो उसको यहाँ लाने का भी जो कॉस्ट है, दैट आल्सो पॉलिसी गेट्स कवर्ड. नाउ विद द कवरेज वी हैव स्पोकन, पॉलिसी फॉरेंसिक कवर करेगी, बिजनेस इंटरप्शन कवर करेगी, आपका डिफेंस कॉस्ट कवर करेगी, आपके डैमेजेस कवर करेगी. बट बिफोर यू बाय द पॉलिसी यू शुड ऑल्सो नो दैट एवरी पॉलिसी कम्स विद सर्टेन एक्सक्लूजन्स. सो अगर आप स्लाइड देखेंगे, प्रायर नोटिस एक्सक्लूजन. सो प्रायर नोटिस क्या होता है कि ऑलरेडी देयर इज अ बग इन द सिस्टम. सो आज अगर आप इंश्योरेंस लेते हैं HDFC अर्गो से, कल साइबर अटैक होता है and we gets to know that this bug was there in the system 3 years ago, 3 months ago, or maybe 6 months ago, then policy will not respond, because हम liability ले रहे हैं कि आज से आपने प्रीमियम पे किया है, आज से आपने इंश्योरेंस बाय किया है, तो any liability which come after today will get picked up. Full severability of exclusion. So अगर कोई वन पर्सन के नॉलेज में कोई चीज है और दूसरे पर्सन के नॉलेज में नहीं है और उससे अटैक होता है, तो भी पॉलिसी रिस्पॉन्ड करेगी, एक्सेप्ट कि अगर आपके खुद के CEO, CFO वगैरह खुद ही मिलके अटैक करवा रहे हैं, तो देन पॉलिसी विल नॉट रिस्पॉन्ड, बिकॉज दे आर एज गुड एज द ओनर ऑफ द कंपनी. फ्रॉडुलेंट एक्ट और विलफुल वायलेशन. if you are willfully violating certain conduct, willfully violating certain laws of the section, see, all policies, insurance, everything cannot go against the public law. So आप खुद से कुछ चीज का वायलेट कर रहे हैं, then you are coming and claiming it under insurance, this won't get covered. Bodily injury will not get covered because there is a separate policy which is called commercial general liability, which will take care. Mechanical failure, gradual deterioration, electrical disbursement, media failure, this will not get covered, because the very simple reason is, even if you are buying a policy, you need to act as if you are uninsured. You need to keep updating your firewalls, you need to keep updating your antiviruses, you need to keep updating your softwares on time. Just because you have taken the insurance doesn't mean that a company will cover your what should I say, your negligence in maintaining the system. Our USPs, cyber terrorism, we don't exclude. So tomorrow if somebody sitting out of Gulf or Syria or somewhere is originating or launching a cyber attack, will not be excluding. Then koi conduct wala koi exclusions nahi hai. We have so every insurance company has a tie-up with the reinsurer, because ultimately any claim goes beyond certain point, reinsurer who comes and pitch in. So if we will talk about the reinsurer, we are tied up with the Munich Re. Munich Re is world's largest reinsurer and its rated is an A plus security. जब भी आप कोई इंश्योरेंस लेते हैं, so it's very important that who all are your securities. आपका कल को claim आएगा तो who will come and pitch in. Munich Re is one of the largest and it's a A plus security. We have received the ICI Award of the Year and Excellence in Financial Reporting for the year 1890. So HDFC, yes, of course, it's a brand. All the wording which we are using in cyber, it's all tried and tested wording. We use internationally recognized wording with worldwide territory and jurisdictions. So कल को कोई claim आता है, so it's a very it's very Deepti can focus it on more, that it's a very legal thing. Even a comma and full stop in the wording can make your claim settle or can make your claim rejected. And I trust me, I have seen those claims. Just because of ambiguity of policy wording, the claims have rejected या claim settle हुए हैं. So when we see about tried and testing wording, it means internationally the wording is tested. Internationally, people are using this wording, and it's been there in the market for a long time. Majority companies, even in India and abroad, has the cyber policies with the organization like Chubb and HDFC Ergo. So, and of course, Munich Re is a worldwide known name. So that way it makes our cyber thing, cyber protection 360 degree protection. So that way, let your profit win over the risk. So let you transfer the risk to the insurer and earn much more profit what you can do, and don't just fall prey to cyber hackers. So I am done with my presentation. Hope I haven't taken too much of a time and I could finish within the time.
Wow, thank you so much. It was wonderful session, I think so. Now it's time for question and answers. जर कोणाला काही प्रश्न असतील आज ज्यांनी ज्यांनी जॉईन केलं आहे सेशन, तर प्लीज नक्की तुम्ही चॅटबॉक्स मध्ये टाका किंवा डायरेक्ट तुम्ही अनम्यूट करून विचारलं तरी चालेल. हॅलो.
Thank you. Narendra here. I have a question.
Yes.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Thanks. As you know, insurance is a matter of solicitation, as they say, which essentially means that there are some loopholes always in any policy which the insurance company tries to find in order to differ.
Corporate, since they know already that we will get attacked. So like recently Cipla has asked all their IT departments to kind of tighten the security and all. So they know that they are prone to the cyber attack, so they are building that much more security. While on the contrary, small and medium enterprises, they feel like we are small, who will attack us and all. And under this misunderstanding, they get attacked and they lose money because there is no adequate protection. So ideally, there has to be some or the other way. Either go for a cyber insurance, or may have some kind of a contingent fund, or have some kind of forensic audit in place. At least once in a year, should do something so that they know that where they stand if there is any attack. If there is no robust firewall, if there is no robust system in place, then definitely, because none of the company today can operate without an email, a single email, or without a device called mobile. And if those and these are the devices which is much more 70-80% gets you the attack than any other thing in the company.
I think now even HDFC has something called as an e-secure insurance, which is
Yes.
there for families and individuals also.
Yes,
Is something you can actually cover your husband, wife, and 2 kids, and that any kind of hacking that can happen from the devices they are using, which is also something everybody needs nowadays.
Yes.
What is the basic premium for the same, and what is covered under this for the family?
So any it's like husband, wife, and their 2 dependent children up to the age of 18, they can get covered. It's kind of more like your a family floater. So suppose you have bought a limit of 50 lakhs or maybe bought a limit of 1 crore, and anybody whose system gets attacked can so any number of devices are covered. So सबके पास अलग-अलग mobile होता है, this get covered. Then आपका notebook gets covered, your laptops and everything will get covered under this. So what generally essentially it covers is कि वन इज सोशल मीडिया यूसेज. सोशल मीडिया यूसेज दिस डेज इज अ लॉट. सो अगर किसी ने आपके अगेंस्ट में कुछ सोशल मीडिया में लिख दिया है, यू वांट दोज थिंग्स टू बी रिमूव्ड एंड देन गो फॉर अ काउंसिल. बच्चों का आजकल क्या होता है, दे आर वेरी फ्रेजाइल बेसिकली. किसी ने भी थोड़ा गलत
cyberbullying.
लिखा है, साइबर बुलिंग एंड ऑल, देन यू नीड टू गो फॉर अ काउंसलिंग दैट गेट्स कवर्ड. आपका पासवर्ड किसी के पास चला गया एंड दे गेट्स इनटू योर सिस्टम, ट्रांसफर द मनी. So these kind of a situation made shopping on your card. So suppose किसी ने क्रेडिट कार्ड का क्लोन कर लिया या आपका आइडेंटिटी थेफ्ट कुछ हुआ है, and then they'll be shopping on your card, they'll be dining somewhere on your card, and these kind of things gets covered under the policy. It is much more basically, and the premium comes very less. It's 10,000, 14,000, 15,000, 20,000. So depending upon the sum insured. After the presentation tomorrow, I can share you the presentation on individual cyber. So I mean, people definitely should go for it also, because your personal fund is also much more vulnerable these days.
Very true.
Yeah.
You rightly said that nowadays the kids are going on social media, and it is very, very dangerous for, obviously, it is dangerous for the family.
Family
So
and
the family will be suffering because of a small mistake of the kids.
yes, yes.
So it's very important. And there are different insurances, or there is only one insurance where the family get covered, husband and wife,
So
kids.
as of now, so like I said, corporate cyber was there in the industry for a while, but retail cyber has just started 2 years ago. So we filed, then there were some 2, 3 more competitors who have filed the individual cyber. But and we filed, and it's been 1.5 years. Now we are refiling with more coverage, because industry is so fast changing. There were so many things which was not getting covered. We thought wallet, say how can the transaction will happen? So wallet was not covered. Now these days everyone has an Amazon wallet, Paytm wallet, this wallet, that wallet. So it's much more. I mean, it's just 1.5 year, and we started feeling that now there is a need to refile the product. So yes, definitely the new features will come. And as of now, for family, yes, there is this product only, individual cyber. One, either you can individually take it for you, your husband, your parents, and all, or you, your husband, and the two dependent children get it.
It is like a floater policy. In
It's
one
like a
policy, the
floating.
whole family is covered.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just need to, like health insurance, you give all the
Correct,
names of
correct.
everyone you want to cover. In this also, you give the names of everyone you want to cover in your family.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I think, Asavari, it is very important if you will just write your contact details for, obviously, for if anyone is in need of insurance, maybe at corporate level or maybe at personal level. So they may immediately contact you.
Sure,
And
sure.
obviously, it will go to Shweta only. So,
No, no, definitely we are.
so it is very
Certainly.
important. Anyone is having any question? Anyone would like to ask any question? कुणाला काही प्रश्न विचारायचे आहेत का? No? Okay. So I think